Hey, what's up, my fellow YouTubers? I'm twystidj, and I'm here to talk to you guys about, let's see, what's been happening around the world of wrestling, which is very, very interesting. Lately, WWE's been going through a lot of changes lately, especially having McMahon's and, I should say the Triple H and Stephanie show, basically running everybody amok, basically saying, this is what it is. Basically, recently, over the past, I want to say 3-4 weeks, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have really been bullying their way to the top. Even more so than what you see on their TNA counterparts with Bully Ray and his group, the Aces and Eights. But Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have been on a power tirade, basically saying, holding the general manager to not make decisions. Basically, they're making all the decisions. Basically, he's just a puppet, just following orders for them. Then you've got Vicky McMahon, who's kind of on their side, but yeah, they just don't feel like Vicky's making the right decisions for SmackDown. And by Vicky, I mean Vicky Guerrero. But basically the rampage is they're getting rid of guys that are soon to be up and coming WWE champs. Guys like Cody Rhodes that have the possibility of being world champ or WWE champ, and could be going through it within the next 2 years. But they've already fired Cody Rhodes. They've fired Gold Dust, aka Dustin Runnels. Beating the hell out of the Miz, basically beating the hell out of Dusty Rhodes, which everybody knows the great Dusty Rhodes. And if you don't, you could probably find most of his material on YouTube. But basically, they're making Big Show into their puppet, and basically they're trying to break the Big Show down. Basically say, you're broke, you can't, and you gotta pretty much do what we say. On our terms, you've gotta be our muscle, and if you don't, you're fired, basically. And you lose everything, and I'm like, honestly, you need and now they believe that they're trying to do what's right for the locker room. But yet, it's difficult to watch because they think because it's best for business, and they want to be the controlling geniuses that they are, aka the McMahons, that take credit for everything and not give credit to anyone. I'm like, honestly, I don't really care. And I think this is what's going to happen in the near future. And I think, honestly, Triple H vacated that title because I think he sees himself in a run soon. A run for the title soon. Because John Cena's hurt. John Cena's hurt. Rey Mysterio's hurt. Every big name's gone. Chris Jericho's gone right now. And the only guy they see as their flagship guy is Randy Orton. And honestly, my belief on that is I don't think he is. I think he's a cheap solution. And because he's been there the longest out of the entire group that's not gone right now. He's been there the longest. He has the most left in his career. But yet, I think Triple H is going to go on a run for himself. Basically say, you know what, this is my chance to shine one more time. And I've seen it probably a bazillion times with him, because it seems like whenever something's handed to him, it's him. Basically, The Rock's gone right now and probably won't come back. Brock Lesnar's gone. And they're not ready for the future WWE champions and World Heavyweight champions to come in and step up yet. So I think Triple H is going to end up coming back. I think he's going to be full-on wrestling again. I think he's going to try to contend for a championship until Cena comes back, which I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. Because the Triple H has always been the opportunistic one out of that entire group. He's always been the guy that's thought, okay, I could carry this for a few months until Cena gets back. And honestly, I don't see CM Punk in the title picture for a while now. Until he gets his head back into the game. Because I think, honestly, he's letting his blind hatred for Paul Heyman get the best of him. And I think that's all good and dandy. But I'm like, dude, you got to be a flagship. And guys like CM Punk are a 1,000,000 to 1 type guys that could carry this company, because everybody saw him. He took The Undertaker to the limit at WrestleMania. He carried the WWE Championship for, 434 days? Which is the longest one in modern history. And yet they still rely on Randy Orton, turning him bad again, letting the dangerous one out again, and basically say, what happened to the Randy Orton that DDT'd Stephanie McMahon's head to the ground? What happened to that? And what happened to the guy that kicked so many guys in the head from the punt? And I'm like, dude, really? You're gonna rely on making him more of a bully now than ever when you're trying to go PG with this TV show? I'm like, where's the good-natured wrestling in that? I'm like, if you wanted a guy that could carry the championship for 3 months, why don't you just give a shot to a guy like Cody Rhodes instead of firing him? Why not give it to a guy like Daniel Bryan and let him carry you for a few months, or 6-8 months, And honestly, the thing they're doing with the Shield is really just horseplay, because everybody's saying that Roman Reigns isn't going to be in for a title shot soon. Well, within the next year or so. Then you've got... Then what? Are you going to have oh God, Bray Wyatt come in and just be that guy that's going to win? That's going to come in and do his own thing after a while, after he leaves the Wyatt family and goes title hunting. Honestly, I could see it. But not now. I really don't see it. Only guy I could see carrying this company for the next 6 months to a year. 6 to 8 months is Daniel Bryan. I don't think Randy Orton has it what it takes. I don't think any of those newbies are going to be even ready for that type of responsibility. Even though I think Bray Wyatt could be a cheap solution to champion. I think he really could be a cheap solution because he's got the most experience out of them all. Because if you don't remember, he was aka Curtis Axel's old tag team partner, and Husky Harris. And my honest to God answer there is, that could be a really, really interesting circumstance, putting him up against his old tag team partner, Curtis Axel. And I think, honestly, if you really want to put that in, I think it would be interesting to see him shoot for it, because... or put him up against Dean Ambrose or somebody, because everybody knows that Dean Ambrose is kind of the ringleader of the Shield right now, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. The Shield's either going to go their own way, and you're going to have Bray Wyatt coming in and trying to dethrone him. Or you could see Bray Wyatt up against Curtis Axel, which would be a really interesting circumstance. See the Wyatts versus the Heyman guys, which really would be interesting. And the other thing, what's the future like for freaking Big Show? Because honestly, I think the Big Show's about at the end of his rope, and I think he's gonna have to reach out to the Hawkster soon, just to get a freaking deal. But I'm Twystid J, and I'm out. Peace.